know, is it?
Well, no, there's a big sign of parking.
Oh, yeah, they do that for the weekend, I think. It gets crowded here on the weekend.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
I don't even bother coming over.
It's crazy.
What's that?
I don't know, I'm just getting in. Just getting here. Looks okay. Probably won't catch a damn thing. What was the biggest cat yesterday?
Huh?
What was the biggest?
40 and a quarter.
40.
And there was some 37. There was a 37 and 3/8 or something like that. And some 36s, 35s. They didn't catch a whole lot.
No.
Now the biggest channel was 31.
That's pretty good channel.
Yeah.
31, that's pretty good.
Yeah, 31 was the biggest.
That's a good channel.
But they weren't heavy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think they just coming off a spawn.
They are.
So they're a little. They might be a little worn out.
Yeah, I figured I'd come over this morning over here. I was going to go out to what's the name, Marsh Creek, but I got some stuff I want to start doing. So I'll just over here for a while and then go get my material.
Well, I had to give this a shot with the weather coming in. I thought it might.
Yeah, well, that's what I just went. That's what I did. I made some carp bait up. I got carp bait and what's the name? Some sunfish because I got an 80-gallon tank at home.
Yeah, I wish I had that.
And I got about a dozen in there. So I figured I'll come try it for a while. Those rods out and see what happens. Yeah. That's why I'll be down over here.
Okay. Good luck. I'll yell when I need a net, man.
Sounds good to me. I got the drags always set tight.
There you go. Live sunfish today, folks. coffee. Coffee time. It's coffee time. It's also flathead time. Good morning, everybody. Let's see. Good morning, everybody. Glad to see you. And of course, I am earlier than announced, but if you know me, that's the way I do things. So who we got here? Yakking with them dogs. Tim is here. Who else? That's the only two. Let's see, we got a bunch of people in here, but only 2 people checking in on the chat. Good to see you, Tim. Good to see you, dogs. Sean, good morning. Steal the apple pie. If you can get here, steal the apple pie, more power to you. But I got it over there waiting. It's just not time for that yet. It is time, though, for first little cup of coffee. I did just get my poles all in. All have live bait on this morning. Live sunfish. Hoping for a early morning flathead. Been a while since I caught a flathead. I'm overdue. I am overdue. Nice morning here. It's calm. I wouldn't say it's cool, but it sure as heck ain't hot. Coffee's hot though. So y'all have a cup of coffee with me. Enjoy the morning. Let's see what happens. Yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see how bad I can screw up this live. Who else is in? Hey, anybody that's, let's see, what's this thing? Good morning. Yeah, Sean, I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good too. Let's see, blah, 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 blah. Hey, if you're in this chat and you're just kind of hanging out and looking, feel free to say hello. Let us all know where you're from. That's always fun. Yeah, we got some rain coming today, and that's why I figured this might be the morning to get lucky, so to speak. With some heavy thunderstorms. They're saying this afternoon, high winds and hail and all. They beef it all up so they get ratings on the weather and the TV. But we'll see. But anyway, yeah, I did think with that rain coming in, I thought it might have something to do with the fishing in a good way. Matter of fact, I wanted to check the radar to see if there's anything coming close, but I forgot to do that. Heat wave coming next week. I didn't look into that. Probably so. That's okay. I got to get acclimated. I need some good heavy heat around here. I got to get acclimated because I'm going to Florida first week of July. Going to Disney World. Oh, God. And you know it's going to be hot down there. All I can say is, come on, fish, don't let me down today. 97. Well, for North Carolina, that's kind of typical, isn't it? I spent quite a few years down there. I know how that is. Hey, Beatbox, you're right. I would much rather have a rainy day to go fishing than what they'll call a nice day. Before the rain and during the rain. After the rain, you get the bluebird skies. You might as well just stay home and do something else. But yeah, this should be a producing day, morning or whatever. Beatbox, I haven't seen you before. Where are you from? If you've been in my live before, I just don't remember the name, so that's why I'm asking. What state are you in? What country are you in? What planet are you from? Any minute now, one of these rods are going to get bent over. Josie the Underdog Bundes. There's a good name. Stockton, where's that at? This is already full. Oh, Northern California. Okay, thank you. Always nice to let me know where you're from. I do enjoy knowing where everybody's coming from. So we're trying for flathead catfish this morning. We've got live bait on the rods. And I am in southeast Pennsylvania on the Schuylkill River. About 20 miles upstream from Philadelphia. You look and Google that. You can Google it. Near Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. Hey Josie, thank you. Thanks for wishing me luck. I need it. I've got skunked the last few times I've been out here. So they had a big catfish tournament on the river on Saturday, and not a whole bunch of fish were caught, but they do release them right up here at the bridge, as you can see. There's a boat dock up there, boat ramp. Yeah, the mighty Schuylkill River. You didn't spell that right. I'm gonna catch you every time. Anyway, they did catch a good number of channel cats. I think somebody said one of them was over 30 pounds. That's a big channel cat. They released a lot of flatheads, the biggest one being a little over 40. Plenty of 20s and 30s. But it's nice that they, no matter where they catch them, they release them. They usually release them right up here at the bridge, so they're around. Tim, you're right. I think they've been spawning for probably a week or so. Some of the ones that they brought in for the weigh-in on Sunday morning were beat up pretty good, so that's a sign of that. But you can still catch them. They still eat a little bit, but they are preoccupied. So probably another week or two of that going on, and then like the second week of July, I think it'll start picking up again. But yeah, they are spawning right now. I took the water temperature a couple of days ago. It was 81, and when it's 80, that's when they say the flatheads spawn. So yeah, they're preoccupied. That's okay. Make more flatheads. Keep them coming. And when I first threw the bait in the water, they were jumping around pretty good, but now they've quieted down. But if you see the poles bouncing just a little bit, that's just this live sunfish. Animals Tech. Good morning to you. No, nothing yet. Only had the bait in the water maybe 10 minutes. Largest cat, 25-pound blue. I didn't know they had blues in Kentucky Lake. That's really not a big blue, is it? It's a nice blue, but it's definitely not a real big one. Animals Tech, where are you from? Always like to know where everybody's from. Please tell me what part of the world you're coming in at. It's just interesting. This is southeast Pennsylvania. Mighty Schuylkill River. If I get a run, it's going to be on this first rod. I got that in the honey hole, so to speak. The other two are just out there for the hell of it. But this first rod's in what I call the honey hole. There's a deeper hole right out here where I throw it to the left. But this is a very convenient spot. Oh, you're fishing for hybrid stripes, man. Kentucky Lake is isn't that joined up with Lake Barkley? Or am I totally out of my mind? United Kingdom. All right. Burke's Outdoors. You're just coming in. Good morning. We've had the bait in the water for 10 minutes or so. So you basically didn't miss anything yet. Hopefully something gets going here. Burke's Outdoors. I haven't seen you for a while. I do kind of remember the name, but haven't seen you for a while. So good to see you jump back in here and check things out. Sounds correct. It was 14, 20 years ago. Yeah, I think that's right. I've definitely been working 50 to. You've been working a lot. Oh, well, that's you got to do it. You got to do it. There's that the far rod shaking a little bit, but I think that's the live bait getting a little active. You never know. You could end up with a big snapping turtle here too. It wouldn't be the first time. Well, let's see. ZHL Pearson. Yeah, those rods are Shakespeare ugly sticks. Catfish rods. Two of them are 7 foot. The one closest to us is 8 foot. I like those rods. They're not expensive, first of all, but they definitely do the job. They're medium heavy uh, weight, and all the reels are bait runner reels. Got a Penn there. I got a Penn Fierce 3 and two Akamas or Okamas or however you say that. They seem to do the job well too, and again, not real expensive. So I kind of like them. Plus, if you're fishing at night, those white rods show up a lot easier than the darker, the black rods. There's that end rod bouncing around a little bit again. Well, if we get rain this morning, I am prepared for it. I got my rain suit. I got my umbrella. Okay, first cup of coffee down there's the middle rod jumping around a little bit. I always wait for since I got the bait runner reels, You know, a big cat won't pull the rod in; it'll just start peeling line off the reel. And I usually wait to see that reel turning before I get too excited. Zhair Pearson, where are you from? Haven't seen your name before. And I apologize if I destroyed the pronunciation of your name, but that's the way it goes. Come on, fish. I got one guy up, just up from me a little bit. He's fishing for carp and catfish. Sean, yeah, live bait on all three right now. I do got some liver and some chicken with me, but right now I wanted to start out with all live bait, all sunfish. I do got to check. I'll be right back. I got to check the radar here. Stand. Anything coming in? Flavor Dave, good morning. Number 10? What's the number 10? I'm missing something. I always thought number 1 was the best. The carp are jumping on the other side in the shallow water. I see them disturbing the piece over there. Ooh, jumping right here. Unless that was something else. Of course, I didn't bring any carp bait, and I should have. I always bring the wrong bait for for whatever's happening. Oh, number 10, like, okay, gotcha, thank you. All right, I'll catch on here one of these days. One of these days I'll realize what's going on. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Come on, fish. I have not got, I can't remember when I got the last flathead. I'd have to look back on my videos to see. It's been a while though. I was saying just a little bit ago they had a catfish tournament on the river over the weekend. They did get a few nice flatheads, but when they when they come in to weigh them in, there's a boat ramp right up at the bridge there, and they release all of them right there at the bridge. And I think the biggest flathead weighed in was 40 pounds. Quite a few other ones in the 20 and 30-pound range. A couple of real big channel cats. But anyway, they do release them there, so we're always getting a new influx of flatheads right in this area. So sometimes that helps, I think, as they scatter. Once they release them into the water, they scatter all over the place. We're going to get one this morning. We got a cloud cover. We got rain coming in this afternoon. All the conditions point to me getting lucky. I think I had this live scheduled for 6:30, so I believe a lot of the regulars will pop in somewhere around 6:30, 7 o'clock. But I'm always early. No matter when I figure I'll be on, I'm always early. That's just part of my nature. Come on, fish. Any second now. Any second now, we're going to get a run. Keep telling myself that. And hours go by before you know it. Oh well. I haven't seen the first rod bouncing at all. That sunfish, I hope he's not hiding under a rock. I think I'm going to wake him up a little bit. Make sure he's alive. There you go. Sometimes you got to wake them up. They fall asleep down there. See, it's bouncing a little bit now. I like them to move around once in a while. There's that middle rod. See, they're all bouncing around now. Look at that. That means could mean that a flathead's looking at them. But at least I know they aren't hiding under a rock or a log or something. So somebody tell me, did the chat freeze up or is nobody just talking? Somebody say hi so I know the chat didn't freeze. Please. Come on, say hi. Anybody. H-I. H-I on your keyboard. Let's go. There you go. Thanks, Sean. It's strange because sometimes the chat moves so quick I can't keep up with it, and other times it just sits there and I'm going, I wonder if it froze up. But anyway, yeah, thanks, Sean, for letting me know. Appreciate that. Nice calm morning here. Yeah, I do got my tasty cake apple pie. Just not ready for it yet. Not quite yet. You know, the flatheads, you know, by the rule book, bite better at night, of course. But there's been plenty of days when I've gotten flathead, especially right here around 8 o'clock in the morning. But I've caught them in the middle of the day in the sunshine and everything else, so you never know. Let's see, beatbox. Looks like a good morning. Toss a rock and wake them up. The fish are asleep. Yeah, I'm not gonna throw any rocks in, but the carp are jumping all over the place. On the other side of the river, it's quite a bit shallower, and the carp are jumping over there in the shallow water. If we watched long enough, we'd see one, but anyway, a lot shallower over there. Right here where I'm casting, it's not, this river's real low right now, but where I'm casting is probably 6 feet to 8 feet deep. The channel, which is almost center of the river, is probably 10 feet deep. But it is about 2 feet lower than normal. So we need some rain around here. And I think that also would improve the fishing, because right now the fish have found the deeper holes, and they're hunkered down in the deeper holes. The first rod, there's the 2 rods bouncing around. This first rod is in, when I cast out, it's a little bit deeper hole here on the left side. So that first rod is in what I call the honey hole. And that's the one that I expect to get some action on if we do anything at all. But you never know. Come on, fish. Like I said, I had this live scheduled for 6:30, but I got here, probably got my lines in the water at 5:45. The flatheads make burrows. As far as I know, they don't make any kind of burrow or nest or anything. I know they hang out. They like to hang out around the logs, the down trees, and stuff like that. And I think they would get in any hole that is naturally there. However, I don't think they actually make a hole or make a burrow. But who knows, Beatbox? I'm not an expert on their ways and means, but no, I don't think they actually make something that's not already there. They just find the down logs and the stuff like that to hide in. Hey, Coops, Beer Coops, good morning. Good to see you. What are you up to today? Don't tell me you're working. That's depressing. What's that fish dinner? That's a good idea. That's a good way to put it. I don't know, but it looks like dinner to me. Yes, sirree. Come on, fish. Coops, I've had live bait on all 3 rods in for about a half hour now. No action yet. First rod jumping around a bit. Any second now, one of these rods are gonna take a good bend. Got to keep that positive attitude, you know. Get a little action on the first rod. Yeah, well, if you see the beat box, if you see the rods moving a little bit, it's normally the live sunfish there jumping around. Sometimes that'll mean that there's a flathead looking at them and they're getting scared and excited, but most of the time they're just flexing their muscle a little bit. Stopping by from Oregon. Catherine Gibbons, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. This is southeast Pennsylvania on the Schuylkill River. And I'm just sitting here fishing for flathead catfish this morning. It's always good to see new people come in, so appreciate you stopping by. I've only been out to Oregon one time. That was just on a trip out west where I happened to drive through. And I kept going, but didn't stop and do anything, but I know it's one of the best things up there is the Columbia River. Beautiful river. Mapleton, PA. I don't know where that is. I've almost heard of every little city and town in Pennsylvania, but I have not heard of Mapleton. What larger town is that near? I'm right by the Santiams. Huh. I got to get a map out because I have not heard of that river before either. I got to get more familiar with Oregon, obviously. Try floppy disk. That doesn't count there, beatbox. You got to physically be there. What's up about playing Oregon Trail? Oh boy, I'm out of touch. I never heard of that game. So all we're doing here, Catherine, is fishing for flathead catfish with live bait, live sunfish on the rods. Just sitting back, enjoying the morning. We're going to get some rain coming in this afternoon, thunderstorms and wind and all that kind of good stuff. So I figured this morning might be a decent day to try to get a flathead. I'm an older guy. I just sit by the river and kind of enjoy life that way. I don't get too active here. Once in a while I catch a fish, so hey, you never know. Watched a man in the Carolinas catch a 40-pound flathead. Yeah, the flatheads typically bite better at night, but sometimes we can catch them in the morning here. or really any time during the day, but typically nighttime is the better time. My best flathead off the right here is 31 pounds. So 40 is pretty good, but in this river the flatheads run up to and over 50 pounds. The channel cats run a lot of 8, 10, 12 pound channel cats up to, somebody got a 30-pound channel cat the other night. That's pretty big. You fish for trout, salmon, and kokanee. Good deal. I guess up in your area, that's what you got. Well, it's good to know you're getting out there getting something. I just primarily fish, at this point in my life, I just enjoy sitting along the river fishing for carp or catfish or whatever, but once in a while I'll get crazy and go out for bass or walleyes or muskies and stuff like that. But I usually go live, try to go live about 2 times a week, and it's mostly right here on the river in this spot or a couple of the other different spots I have. Store salmon tastes like pink dye. I can believe that. See that first rod bouncing? That's the live sunfish jumping around a little bit. Carp are used to the used in the garden. Yeah, carp are a good fighting fish. I always tell people if they want to learn how to fight a big fish, go fish for carp. That'll teach you how to fight fish. It'll teach you how to make your drag um, part of the whole game, basically. So yeah, I always tell people go fishing for carp if you want to learn how to fight a big fish. They are fun. Greg Stum, good morning to you. Hello. Where are you from, Greg? This is southeast Pennsylvania, Schuylkill River. If you beatbox, if you snag a carp, then you're really in for a good fight. You snag them in the tail or the body, and they can really yank you around. I got one, my biggest carp. Let me see if I can find it for you. Hang on a minute. And let me bring up the green screen here. Hang on. I'll find my big carp. I think I can find my big carp. There's my 31-pound flathead. There's my almost 7-pound bass. I'm still looking for my carp. Hang on. Somewhere here I gotta have it. Da-da-da. What's this? Oh, that's a big old flathead looking right at you. Can't find a picture of my carp though. I'll have to fix that. But anyway, whoops, hang on, gotta get rid of that, don't I? Anyway, barbel or great fighting fish. Barbel. Oh, you're from Indianapolis. Thanks, Greg. Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate it. This is southeast Pennsylvania on the mighty Schuylkill River. Yeah, Catherine, I've caught a few fish in my life. You're going for pike or muskies? That's the first time I ever saw muskies spelled like that. That's interesting. Thanks, Beatbox. I could show you more there, but I don't want to bore you to death. But as some of you folks know, some of the regulars know, my motto is that I have the burning desire to go fishing, but if I never catch another fish, I know I've caught enough fish. So think about that. And yeah, think about that. I guess I'm ready. Got my GoPro ready to go here if I ever get a run. A certain type of pile they pay you. Wow. And I guess we're talking about barbells. I don't know. What kind of fish you talking about there, Catherine? Come on, Flatheads, wake up here. Let's go. Middle rod moving a little bit. Oh, pike, okay. I love pike. They're very aggressive. I go to Canada once in a while. Of course, there's a lot of pike up in Canada, and they are fun to catch. Toothy critters. They're a toothy critter. Light lines for fishes. Yeah, light lines and light rods, ultralight rods, 4 or 6 pound test, and that'll also teach you how to fight a big fish. Not necessarily a big fish, but it'll teach you how to adjust your drag and work your rod and so forth when you get a bigger fish than your line is rated for. Droid autocorrect pikes of a certain size. We don't have many pike in this section of Pennsylvania. There's some pike if you travel up north a bit in the Pocono Mountains. There's pike and there's uh, muskies. There's a lot of muskies around here too, but there's pike and what am I thinking of? What's that other fish? Chain pickerel. A lot of chain pickerel up north. But we don't consider them trash fish around here. We kind of enjoy them. But up in Canada, it's great fishing for pike in the spring because they are aggressive and they attack your lure and they pretty good fighters. The first rod jumping around pretty good now. Come on, something take it. The reels are bait runner reels. I've said before, but they're bait runner reels. So if I get a flathead run, the pole will bend a little bit, but the reel will start turning, peeling line off. Pickerel. Beatbox. I don't consider pickerel to be kind of like walleyes, but pickerel are more like pike or muskies. They're in the muskie family or the pike family. But I don't think you can beat walleye. Walleye is my favorite fish to eat. Got a lot of them up in Canada too, up during ice fishing season. Well, that last rod's acting up pretty good. There's a lot of pickerel up in the Poconos, up north of here. Not too many around here. There's a few around here in some of the lakes, but not as many as up north a little bit. Yeah, Catherine, it's kind of a dock, kind of a metal dock here. This is a little park up this way that's got a little bit of a zoo up on the property. It gets real busy here in the weekends, but this is I'll give you a little look here. This is just this is made for basically for fishing people fishing. This is just kind of looking around. But the reason I like this, as some of you may know, is the parking lot is right here. So I only gotta walk about 50 feet to get set up here. But if you don't get here early in the morning, chances are somebody else will be here. So I do try to get here early. Sure, brother. Good to see you too. Thanks for coming in. Haven't seen you for a while. Yeah, beatbox. It's tough to beat walleye. I like I like crappies too, but it's tough to beat walleyes when it comes to good eating fish. That's my opinion. It's arguably um, the best eating fish. Hey, Joe Green Wolf. Haven't seen you before. Thanks for coming in. Where are you from, Joe? Yeah, it's cloudy here, and we're sure, brother, we're supposed to be getting some heavy thunderstorms later this afternoon. That's why I kind of thought this would be a good morning to see if I can wake up a flathead. Where are you from, Joe? This is southeast Pennsylvania, Schuylkill River. Walleye, crappie, and smallmouth. I can't remember. The last time I ate a catfish, I was in Cracker Barrel restaurant. That's the last time I ate catfish. The crappies, I try to keep a few when I'm ice fishing in the winter. Always good for a little fish fry. Crappies and perch and sunfish. But tough to beat a walleye. Yep. You're from Georgia by way of Michigan. There you go. Thanks, Joe, for letting me know. I always appreciate knowing where everybody's hanging out at. That's quite a change of environment there from Michigan to Georgia. From Michigan to Georgia, you got a whole different fishing experience. Down in Georgia, you got cats and crappies and bass. Look at that middle rod jumping all over the place. Up in Michigan, you got walleyes and salmon and muskies and all that kind of good stuff. I have the same rods I painted the top 2 feet with glow in the dark paint. Okay, well, let's see. Who are you? Uh, Eric, I guess. I'll call you Eric. You don't have to type in capital letters there, Eric. You can do it normally. I can hear you without all the caps, but that's okay. Oh, stripe. That's right. You got stripers down there, don't you? Hooked real bad. Good morning. Hey, good morning to you too. Thanks for coming in. I guided Minnesota County for a couple of years. Fish a while. Oh, I did some guiding there, Beatbox. That's cool. I had an ice fishing guide business way back in the 80s, but that didn't last too long, but it was fun. Ice fishing guides We were the only authorized ice fishing guides in Pennsylvania back in 81. I guess it was 81, 82. The company was called Ice Angles. You won't find any information on that. It's long ago gone. Sasquatch from Canada. That's good. MS. Okay. Good to see Sasquatch come in. Whereabouts in Canada are we from there? Where are you from? Catherine, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate that. Yeah, the Y bone is Ontario. Well, I'm pretty familiar with Ontario, at least southern Ontario. You know, Westport, the Rideau Canal, a lot of those lakes up in that area. You from anywhere down that way? All right, Eastern Ontario. We're getting someplace. Name a town. Name a town in Eastern Ontario. Like I said, I'm familiar with the Rideau Canal area, Westport, Newborough, quite a few of those lakes and towns up there. Got a big muskie out of Stokoe Lake one year near the small town of Tweed. Oh, Kingston. Okay, that's the big city there. So Kingston is where the Rideau Canal eventually empties into. But that's the area that I'm most familiar with. But I've done quite a bit of fishing up in that area. The lakes around the Rideau and places like that. Very nice. Oh, Belleville, okay. Did a lot of ice fishing on the Bay of Quinte, too. You've probably done that if you're from that area. Yeah, Tweed is north of Belleville. The lake there is Stokoe Lake. Good musky lake. I got a big muskie out of that lake one year. And walleyes. Walleyes in the Bay of Quinte. Yeah, Joe, I guess you would miss ice fishing if you had originally done that up there. We don't get a lot of ice around here, but we get just enough to man. You know, you might get 2 or 3 weeks of good ice around here if you're lucky. But last year was a good one. We had almost a month. Oh, there's a run. Here we go. Here we go. Got a run on the middle rod, folks. Don't go anyplace. I know we had a run there. He pulled some line off, but he quit. So let's see if he comes back. He's still messing around there a little bit. Hey, Bob. We got some action on this middle rod. We're going to get something here. sometimes he had the reel spinning there for just a second or two. But sometimes the smaller flatheads will grab that sunfish and try to run off and then drop it. Bob asked, "Come on, I don't want to think it was a turtle." What I miss here? Might be hooked something. Yeah, you're right about that, Beatbox. Sometimes they do. We'll give it another minute here. Oh, Catherine, I've caught plenty of turtles. Matter of fact, on my YouTube channel, that if you go to the shorts, you'll see a big snapping turtle. Just a couple weeks ago, I got out of one of the lakes. I hooked a duck. I never hooked a duck. I'll tell you what, Joe. The bait gets excited, but it was actually a pull. They had the reel turning for a couple seconds there. The sunfish I'm using aren't big enough to pull the line out, and the bait runner reels will only spin if you get a good fish on. So we will have to check that. I'm going to give it another minute or two. You never know. I thought we were going to get lucky there, but apparently it didn't feel like playing the whole game. Fishy Fingers Jackson is the Turtle King. 4 in a row. Oh man, and that middle rod's still bouncing a bit. So the sunfish is still on there. And like I said, sometimes the smaller, the 3 or 4 pound flatheads will pull a little bit and then let go. Something's going to happen here. Come on, fish. There's the first rod. Ooh, that looks, boy, there's a good one. This is probably the same fish that was pecking at the middle rod. Okay, things are looking up. We're going to get something here in a minute. Something's going to happen here. He was really yanking that first rod. Getting a little excited here. Let's see. He was out for 4 hours, not one fish. Fat cat has caught the biggest turtle Jackson's caught. Turtle King. I'll have to remember that somehow. Yeah, Joe, the stripers will grab it and go, won't they? Most of the time, the big flatheads will grab it and go too. But the little ones will play with it for a little bit. Now you got the end rod jumping around a little bit. So all three rods are jumping around a little bit. Something's going to happen here. And when the flatheads take it, I usually let them run for 10 seconds or so. It's the longest 10 seconds of your life, but I like to let them make sure they get the hook in their mouth. I'm on the edge of my seat here, expecting something to go any minute now, any second now. Come on, fish. I used to watch people fish for cats, but I absolutely wouldn't be able to do it myself. Hey, Catherine, I agree, but like I said, I've had my day, and I've had my days of actively fishing and up and down and all around and then blah, 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 blah. Now I enjoy just kind of sitting back and watching the world go by and catching a few fish in the meantime. There's fish jumping right here beside me, right in back of me. Probably carp. Soup, turtle soup recipe. There you go. Snapping turtle soup. It's hard to find that. There's not too many restaurants around here that have snapper soup. But I guess if you go down south, you might find that on the menu a little more often. Yeah, Tommy, Steve fishes here a lot. Bob will occasionally pop in, fish around here up or down the river. And I fish here a lot. There's 4 or 5 of us that fish here on a regular basis. Here or downriver, there's a couple spots that I like too. So there's quite a few spots that you can set up and fish, but this is probably the most popular one because it's real close to the parking lot. You just park your car and you're basically here right away. I don't know. Hey, Sean, if you've never had snapper soup, you might, if you ever see it on a menu someplace, you might want to try it. Pretty good. We used to catch snapping turtles when we were kids, and we'd sell them. We'd sell them to the local. Well, there was a bar in town that also had like a restaurant, and we used to sell the snapping turtles to that guy. He'd give us $3 for a good sized snapping turtle. That was quite a few years ago. Yeah, Scooter's been here. They've all been here. Yeah, Tommy, it's the same place. This is not a secret spot by any means. We had that one little run on that middle rod, and he left. Oh, Don, way to go, Don. Don just got a channel cat. He's fishing up upstream from me about 50 yards. How big was it, Don? I didn't hear you yelling for help with a net, so I assume it wasn't a monster. But what kind of bait did you get him on, Don? Just to add to that, Catherine, we don't have them around here. Come on, fish. Sunfish are still kicking on that middle rod, so whatever grabbed him and dropped it apparently didn't hurt him too much. Come on, fish. There's the first rod moving around pretty good. And that is in the honey hole. That's the one I expect to get us a fish. This actually looks like something's gonna happen. Believe it or not, something's gonna happen. I hope something's gonna happen. Hey Tommy, I got live sunfish on all three rods. That's kind of what the flatheads prefer. Don, what'd you catch that channel cat on? And how big was it? Hey Bruce, good morning, sir. Let's see, I've been in the water for an hour. 53, a little more than an hour. Had a little bit of a run there a while ago, but he didn't hold on to it. So other than that, not much. Cut bait. Yep. I'll switch over to cut bait on one of these rods eventually. But I'm going to go with the live sunfish here for a while yet. And then I'll get my knife out and I'll cut one up and chuck it out there. Catherine, I'm on the bottom with kind of what they call a, I guess you could call it a Carolina rig. It's a slip sinker with about an 18-inch leader and an 8/0 circle hook. So I'm basically on the bottom. Some people will use a rig with a float on it that raises the bait up off the bottom a little bit, but I don't do that. I don't think it one way or the other. I don't think it has a big impact. Hey Joe, the in this river there's flatheads up to 50 pounds or more. There's a lot of 20s and 30s. My biggest one is 31 pounds, but we got a pretty good bunch of big flatheads here. Hey Ed, good morning to you. Ed's from down in South Carolina. I try to answer everybody's question as they pop up in here, but if I'm busy with something and don't answer your question, you can ask it again. Yeah, Tommy, we got big flatheads in this river. We got big channel cats. So it can get pretty interesting. It's also good carp fishing. There's good smallmouth bass. Once in a while you'll hear of a muskie being caught. Stuff like that. Rally Rorado. Hello to you. There goes that middle rod jumping around again. We're going to get something here. He's pulling pretty hard. I think we got something playing around there. I didn't think the sunfish were big enough to put a bend in those rods, but I guess they are. Do they generate? No, there's nothing. There's nothing like that in this river. This is the Schuylkill River. It empties in. We're about 20 miles upstream from Philadelphia. This river empties into the Delaware River, and then the Delaware River empties into the Atlantic Ocean. What floats in Philly? I don't know what you mean there, Bob. I have a feeling I know what you mean, but I'm not sure. Use minnows to catch everything. Yeah, minnows are a good live bait if you're fishing for bass and stuff like that. Oh yeah, Catherine. There's no secrets here. There's no secret spots on the river. Everybody knows what's going on. But I do enjoy letting everybody know how I'm doing it and what I'm doing. Not that it's the best way or the only way, but it's the way I do it. It's the Chattahoochee. Oh yeah, yeah. When they generate over in the Susquehanna River, which is west of here. They do have a couple spots that generate, and yeah, that's pretty much when the fish are going to bite. You will see it downriver. Bob, I'm still not sure what you're talking about. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Tommy, well, around here there is no secret spots. You might think so, but there's not. I've been on the river at night, up and down the river here along this area, and there's lights and lanterns everywhere. This is no secret. You just have to put up with it. A lot of competition, but there definitely is no secret spots around here. Yeah, Joe, you don't want to be below the dam. It changes the whole aspect of the river when they open up the floodgates. Thanks, Bob. You leaving us, or what? What are you doing there? Come on, fish. Yeah, there's a couple of spots on the Susquehanna River that they will blow a whistle, and you better get your butt out of there if they do. You've been up all night, Bob. What are you doing? Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought there for a minute there we were going to have something on that middle rod, but he pulled the line out for a second or two and then quit. Yeah, Tommy, if you got to put up with that kind of stuff, that's a shame, but it happens. Oh, you had a tornado. I didn't know that. I didn't hear about any tornadoes. Bob, I forget what state you're in. Where are you at? You must be out in the Midwest there someplace. Chances are you're in. The sunfish are awake. They're moving the rods. You must be out in Missouri, huh? Okay, Chicago. I know they had some good weather. St. Louis and that area down in the what do they call that down there? I forget. Catherine, they probably are. You know what though? It's on my bucket list to actually see a tornado, other than in the movies or on the news. I really want to see a tornado, and I've been out west quite a few times and driving down through the Midwest and Kansas and all that stuff, and I really want to see a tornado, although I know it could be a disaster, but it's on my bucket list to someday see a tornado. I know that might sound crazy to people, but it's just one of those things I want to do before I exit the world. Hey Bob, do me a favor, and I don't know if I'm subscribed to your channel. I probably am, but I'm not sure. So go over to my channel, leave a comment on one of my videos, and then I'll be able to get back to your channel and check things out. Hey Denny, good to see you pop in here. Thanks for coming in. Not much happening here. I'm drowned in live sunfish for bait, and they're doing a lot of jumping around, but I thought I had a takedown a little while ago, but it didn't last long. There's the first rod. He's pulling pretty hard. Sounds like a train. Come on, fish. This first rod's in the honey hole, and that's the one I expected to get a fish. Come on. When those sunfish get excited and start jerking a rod around, that's a good sign. It's something maybe looking at them. Yeah, here fishy fishy. That's I've been saying that all morning to myself. Don, if you're still watching, how big was that channel cat and what'd you catch them on? There's another guy just up 50 yards upstream from me fishing. He said he got a channel cat a little bit ago. Okay, Tommy, see you later. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being part of the good chat crowd. We always have a good chat here, so hope to see you next time. On pack bait. All right, Don, thanks. Yeah, you never know. Yeah, it might be time to put some cut bait on. What do you think, folks? Time for cut bait? Should I pull one of the rods in and put cut bait on? Tommy, you're welcome. You're welcome anytime. Come back. Tommy, before you go, do you have time? Do you have a YouTube channel? All right, Tommy, I'm gonna set you up here as a moderator. That way you'll be able to get around to the other channels next time you come in. I'll check your channel out. Leave a comment on any one of my videos or any one of my shorts, and I'll be able to get to your channel, check it out, and I'll subscribe. The people that are moderators here on my channel, they know how I work this. I have the final say as to somebody getting kicked off or bumped or whatever if we do have a troll or a problem. But if I'm away from the chat dealing with a fish or something and somebody's causing hate and discontent, you're welcome to give them a whack. But I like to be the one to do it. I try to give everybody, I call it a kind of a baseball thing. It's a 3 strikes and you're out. So we'll see how it goes. But welcome in, Tommy. Hope to see you again. Come on, fish. Is that middle rod really yanking? That's got to be something going on. I wonder if that's a turtle. Joe, it's a waste. These idiots ignore it. Getting a little close to my lines there, Don. Not really. I think I'm still down from you there from that last cast. That was close. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Well, I think it's time to put cut bait on, folks. Regardless of what you folks think, I'm going to pull that last rod in, which hasn't had anything going on. I'm going to cut that sunfish in half and chuck him back out there. The snake video. Okay, I'll check that out when I get home today. I'll check out all the comments and do it. Yeah, that snake was eating that. That sunfish was alive when it started, but he was suffering, and when he did finally croak, the snake found him. Here's something. All right, so now I got cut bait on that last rod. Let's see, what am I doing here? All right, I'm missing a lot of the chat here, folks. Let's see what's going on. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, Skeeter's here. Skeeter, good morning. But no, something interesting here. I met a guy the other day up at one of the lakes I was fishing, and he's fishing for carp. He was using corn and pack bait and so forth. But he told me, I never heard this before. He told me he sprays his corn with Pam. Never heard it before. Um, I don't know if any of you guys ever heard of it. Let me know if you did. Don, especially you, I don't know. But this guy sprayed his bait with Pam, and he said it works really good. I'm going to take a minute and Costos Terzitas, or however you pronounce it. Hello to you. Yeah, Don, I never heard of it before. It was kind of a new one to me. I've heard of almost every other darn thing. And I'm going to take a minute here and check the radar, make sure I'm not hanging around just yet. Hey, Skeeter, I had what I thought was a run on the middle rod there a while ago, but he only pulled a couple feet of line out and then stopped. So, but that's about it. Other than that, the live bait's been jumping all over the place. You know, it actually looks like we might have a little bit of a shower moving up from downstream. I'm gonna take a minute and hook up my umbrella just in case. Just in case. So I'm going to be away from the chat for a minute. So just everybody relax. All right, we got the umbrella ready. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to run up to the car and get my rain jacket just in case, because it kind of looks like we got something coming upstream. Let's see what I miss here. Rick Stewart, good morning. Motivated Antonian. Oh boy. Who else? Well, a lot of people came in. I like to fish. Caught a monster bluegill yesterday. Good for you. Oh boy. Did you ever try chumming? I don't know, Joe, if you're talking to me. No, I never have. When I'm away from the chat, I'm not able to answer all the questions, but a couple of new folks come in here, Rick and Motivated Antonin, whatever you are. I don't know if you're talking to me about the 2-ounce stuff. I'll be right back. I got to run up to the car and get something out of it. Y'all just hang loose. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm kind of hoping that cut bait will get us a channel cat. Might have to resort and put some liver on. Let's see what I miss. I like the fish. Definitely, he was deep in the pond. Blah 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 blah. A Wells catfish. I've seen pictures of Wells catfish, but we don't have them around here. Rick Stewart from Eastern Kentucky. I was away from the chat. I had to go up in my car and get my rain jacket. Not that it's raining yet, but it kind of looks like we could get a shower, so I wanted to be prepared, so to speak. So whatever was happening in the chat, I kind of missed it. So we'll just let it go for now. Now we got cut bait on that last rod and live sunfish on these other two. Hopefully the cut bait will get us a chance of a channel cat or something else. Maybe a turtle. Anyway. Yeah, Denny, I'm we are expecting rain here later today. That's why I wanted to fish this morning, because that's usually one of the best times to fish is when the front's coming in. Look at both of these rods with the live bait are jumping all over the place. Look at them jumping all over. The Wells catfish in Europe. Yep. Yeah, I've seen the Wells catfish. They are pretty big. Never in person, always either on TV or pictures. River river monsters. That guy had fished for Wells catfish a few times and saw him on his channel. A show called River Monsters. Anything having issues with YouTube? Huh. I would think Bob knows what's wrong there, but he's had that issue before. I don't know what he gets himself into there. I know he was talking about it the other day. He had to shut down the channel and start over again. I like the fish. The rods are Shakespeare catfish rods. I never heard of Tiger rods, but they're Shakespeare catfish rods. Two of them are 7 foot, one of them's 8 foot. Ed, we got one person just up from me, Don Johnson. I don't know if you know him. I think you might. He's up from me about 50 yards. He got a channel cat a little while ago, he said. Now see, these are ugly stick catfish rods. There you go. Up close and personal. It almost feels like rain around here. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, fish. I've been here since about 5:45. Had that one little exciting section that something pulled the line for a little bit on that middle rod, and that was the end of it. I think it's time for my snack. Rick, I don't know what to tell you on that. I think it's always better fishing in the rain, I think, but the catfish tend to bite much better at night, but they also bite during the day. But I think it's tough to beat a rainy day for any type of fishing. I think when the rain's coming in or you're having a rainy day, that's the days I really like to fish. I was pretty much prepared for rain this morning, but it hasn't happened yet. See that middle rod jumping around? Yeah, Rick, it's tough to beat a cloudy, rainy day if you're fishing for catfish, I think. That's one of the best times. That's also one of the best times to do, any fishing, I think. I'd much rather fish on a rainy day than a day that's bright sunshine and clear blue skies. But anyway, it is time for my snack, which a lot of people know. It's tasty cake, apple pie. There goes that middle rod. He's really, boy, I think that's a bite there. I think we got something going on there with that middle one. And something's been yanking on that rod all morning. And I just think it's a small flathead. They do that. Okay, anyway, let's see. No, the pie, apple pie. Trying to catch up here. Let's do the pie, cherry pie. All right, Catherine, to each your own. You can do what you like. Right as soon as you whipped out the pie. It seemed that way, didn't it? Hey, yeah, happy Father's Day. Yeah, thank you very much. I had a good little get together with my son and daughter yesterday. We ate outside. We had king crab and all kinds of other odds and ends. You ate longhorns? What the heck is that? The only longhorn I know is a big steer with big horns. What are you referring to? Oh, the Longhorn Steakhouse. Okay. We have one of them down here too. We have Longhorns and we have Texas Roadhouse. And Texas Roadhouse beats them by a mile. You're out there, buddy. Well, $80 for three people ain't too bad. That's pretty much the normal nowadays. Come on, fish. question is, will I ever get a bite? Yeah, Catherine, talk about the bird. The one I like the most, I'm hanging around the water, is a red-winged blackbird. They have a really neat sound. Or I guess you could call it a call. They ate my pie already. I ate that quick. I didn't want to mess around with it. I do have a feeling though that middle rod has a. I just have a funny feeling that it's got a small flathead on it, and every once in a while he gets pulling around but doesn't go anyplace. I've had that happen before. Exact same scenario. So I'm going to pull that one in a minute and check it, because something's definitely been yanking on it. Yeah, we got lots of blue jays up in my house. There goes the first rod, pulling a bit again. That's been pulling hard too for a while. Osprey. Yep, we have a few of them, especially up around not so much on the river, but up on the lakes. We got a few lakes around here that have ospreys and eagles. Uh, we have a couple resident eagles on the river here. I haven't seen one today, but I usually do see them in the morning. Stork. We don't have stork. We got blue heron. That middle rod. That middle rod has a pretty big sunfish on it. And he's the one that's been pulling pretty hard. I forgot that was the bigger sunfish of the three. We have a high population of eagles. I guess you would up that way, Catherine. That's good. Yeah, Denny, it's very common nowadays to see the eagles, especially around the lakes and rivers. Um, Ospreys on the lakes. but we don't have as many hawks around here as we used to. We used to have a lot of red-tailed hawks, but you don't see them much anymore. It kind of goes in up and down like that in nature. We used to have a lot of big hawks, but just don't see them much anymore. Texas River Cats, good morning. I wish I could tell you you've been missing it, but it's been a typical LEN F fishing day. The only thing pulling on the rods is the live sunfish. What would the police do if you shot an eagle? I wouldn't even think of doing it, but that's a federal offense. I think you'd be in a lot of trouble. You'd probably get fined, and maybe they'd tie you up and throw you in the river. I don't know. Why would you even think of shooting an eagle? Yeah, it's raining up your way, huh? Okay. I know it's coming. We're supposed to get it, I think, somewhere around noontime today. And they said heavy rain and wind and maybe some hail and, all that kind of good stuff. Sometimes they pump up the weather report just to gather in the more ratings. Channel 6, Channel 10 does, Channel 3. They all pump it up to the point where they're hoping for ratings. Once in a while, that's only happened to me one time when I was a younger, young teenager, and I was hunting on some public land and a shotgun, and I saw a bird take off, a white bird take off out of the tree, and I instinctively raised my gun and shot it, and it ended up being a snowy owl, and I really felt bad, and I still do to this day that happened, but yeah, what are you gonna do? Bowfin. I've heard bowfin tastes good, and also snakeheads. We got snakeheads around in the river and some of the lakes, and I never caught one yet, but there's something else on my bucket list. There's a snakehead. The snakehead, Rick, is like if you know what a bowfin is, it's similar to that type of fish. You can Google it, look up northern snakehead, and you'll see it. A lot of people confuse them with the bowfin, but they're pretty similar. So I wonder if we're going to catch something today. You would door shrimp. Oh, got to hook up my charger here. Hang on. Phone battery's getting low, so I got to take a minute and get my charger hooked up. Stand by, folks. And so many times I have forgotten my charger cord, but now I got it. I put it in my tackle box, so I always have it with me. I forgot it at least 2 or 3 times and had to shut the live down early because the phone battery was dying. Yeah, you caught the bait. Well, I caught the bait yesterday, so it really doesn't count for today, unfortunately. All right, let's get plugged in here. All right, we're charging here. We're good to go. Come on, fish. I did put cut bait on that end rod, so hopefully that might draw something, turtle or channel cat or something. What's the biggest fish I ever caught? Never fails. Somebody always asks that. Probably a 50-inch muskie that I got up in Canada quite a few years ago. I don't know if I got a picture of that or not. Let me look. Let me see if I got a picture of that. Hang on a minute. No, that's not a muskie. That's what I'm getting today. Yeah, I thought I had a picture of my muskie here. What's this one? No, no, that ain't it. I'm looking for my muskie. Oh, there I am in Louisiana. Where the heck's my muskie at? There's some crappies. That ain't a muskie either. Where the heck's my muskie? I'm looking. What's this? Oh, that's a channel cat. I do not have a picture of my muskie. That's amazing. I'll have to get that up there. Let me see. Oh, from Germany, Steve's Fishing Cooking Channel from Germany. Hey, good morning. Thanks for coming in. We are in southeast Pennsylvania in the United States on the mighty Schuylkill River. Let's see. The biggest muskie was 47. That's still quite a fish for sure. Nothing to be ashamed of. Let me see if I can find my, let's see, Uncolexley Weber, wherever you pronounce it. Hello to you. Thanks for coming in. Rick, you were stationed in never heard of Bamberg. Rick Stewart, you must have been in the service. What branch of the service were you in? That sounds like Army to me. Yep, Army. Good for you. Thanks for your service. I was in the Marine Corps for 10 years. Never got to Germany, though. I got all the other places. Anyway, I'm going to take a minute and look for my picture of my muskie here. No, I got it someplace. Hang on, we're going to find that picture of that muskie. Stand by, folks. I know I got it someplace here. There's my carp. That's a big carp, isn't it? That ain't it. Hang on. Oh, here it is. It's so big it doesn't fit, the picture doesn't fit in. That was quite a few years ago. Same to you, Rick. Thank you. Come on, fish. How about I always feel like if I don't catch a fish, I'm letting you folks down. I know it's called fishing and not catching, but it sure is nice when I get something. I got to make that picture of that muskie smaller so it fits on the screen. That was on Stokoe Lake up in Ontario. Here, fishy, fishy. Here, fishy. I don't know how that. I don't know how that tune goes. Something like that, though. No, Catherine, I don't keep the fish. Once in a while, like in the winter when I'm ice fishing, if I catch a bunch of panfish, I will keep them for a fish fry. You know, yellow perch, crappies, sunfish. But 99.9% of the fish I catch go back in. So I don't keep many. And maybe once in the summer or spring, I'll catch a load of panfish and have a fish fry too. But pretty rare. Pretty much a catch and release type of guy right now. Keep it trout. We'll have a bank fire. Yeah, nothing like a good shore lunch, huh, Catherine? I've done that up in Canada quite a few times. We'd catch walleyes in the morning and then have a nice shore lunch in the afternoon with fresh walleye fillets and stuff like that. Come on, fish. I'm about ready to put some chicken liver on, see if that works. Matter of fact, I think I will. I got some chicken liver with me, so I'm going to take that middle rod and I'm going to put chicken liver on it. And if that don't work, I don't know what to do. So you all just talk amongst yourselves. I got to change some bait around here. That was close. Getting the chicken liver ready. Got shrimp too. What I'm gonna do. You know, I'm going to give them chicken liver and chicken. So how can they resist? If that don't get us a fish, I don't know what to tell you. But if chicken liver and chicken don't work, so we got cut bait on the last rod, chicken liver and a chunk of chicken on the middle rod, and live bait on the closest rod. I still can't get a bite. Hey Lee from the Susquehanna. God, I want to get down there and fish one of these days. Swings and roundabouts. I've seen 2-hour fish. Swings and roundabouts. What's that? Ashley Morris. Hello. I was busy when you came in. Thanks for coming in. Good morning. Try to keep up with everybody, but when I'm away taking care of bait or a fish or something, I miss a lot of the chat. Well, we ought to at least get a turtle with that liver I just put on. At least we got to get a turtle. Not that I want a turtle, but I think a turtle would still count as getting the skunk off. Come on, fish. Oh, there's that first rod doing something. It's the sunfish jumping around. But at least he's still alive and kicking. Hey, Lee, what's happening down on the Susquehanna? Let's see, Randy. I didn't see you come in either. I was busy rebaiting my hook. Not been much action this morning, Randy. So sorry I didn't see your comment there a minute ago. Come on, come on, fish. Been in the water since 5:45. Haven't had any action at all, but we've had a great chat. Catfish, carp, bass, and a snakehead. All right. I've been saying a snakehead is definitely on my bucket list one of these days. I gotta get lucky and get one. Are you fishing now, Lee, or are you just hanging out in the chat? Yeah, Randy, I had a good Father's Day. I hope all the fathers on here did too. We met up with my son and daughter, and we had a nice outdoor uh, lunch with king crab and potato salad and watermelon and all that kind of good stuff. Pretty good day. We had good weather too. Good weather. Older and bolder. Oh, there you go. Best carp bait. It's tough to say. I don't fish for carp much, but lots of people do. They use different mixtures of pack bait, corn, dough bait, you name it, worms. I've heard everything. If there's carp around, they'll pretty much take anything you can throw out there. I used to make my own dough bait. I haven't done that for a while. I've been using pack bait and not having as much luck as I did when I used dough bait. Of course, you got to fish where there's carp or you ain't going to get none. And if you fish where there's a lot of carp, then you'll have a lot of luck. Catherine, look up northern snakehead. There's snakefish, there's snakeheads, there's all kinds of. Look up northern snakehead, and that's kind of what we have around here. Well, let's see. I can't even get a bite on the liver. That's cut bait, liver, and live bait. Can't get a bite. For pond maintenance here. They use carp for pond maintenance. Yeah, the carp will clean up the bottom pretty good. Wheaties, grape soda, bread, and vanilla. There you go, Randy. There's a concoction for you. Everybody has a recipe. We use breadcrumbs, corn, strawberry jello. You can throw in some coriander, throw in some anise, and some vanilla, and mix it all up. Wheaties is a has always been a good go-to. Come on, fish. Now, I got more live bait in my bucket, but I don't think that's going to be getting used. Well, if I ever do catch a fish here, I will have a guess the weight contest, and whoever wins that, of course, you have to be subscribed. Whoever wins that will be getting a LEN F Fishing sticker and a little something else. But don't hold your breath. It gets in zero. That would be that would be pretty close. And just remember, you got to be subscribed to my channel to be a winner. And I can check it. It's got to be something above zero there, Rick. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. No, I know you're subscribed. It's a wonderful channel. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. I do try to I do try to keep it interesting with the chat and so forth. I try to answer everybody's question. I hate to miss it when I miss a question. Uh, I also once in a while catch a fish, so that's a plus. but you got to hang around a while for that to happen. And it could still happen today. Who knows? Hey, Randy. Yeah, I brought my pie and I ate it about, well, I don't know, half hour ago. My tasty cake apple pie. Catherine, thank you. Yeah, there's a good bunch of people that come into the chat. There's a community, you can call it. Very rarely do we have a problem with anybody. It's uh, it's a super good bunch of people. Catherine, do you have a YouTube channel? Just a cruiser. Okay, that's cool. I'm glad you cruised into here today. I appreciate you being here. I hope to see you more often. Ooh, did I just see a bite on the cut bait? Yeah, I guess I'm hallucinating at this point. I thought I saw that end rod move though, but probably not. How's the fishing going? You just got here. Will Griffith. The fishing is going great. The catching, not so much. But we're having a good time. Anyway, Will, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Haven't seen you before. Fishing for catfish today. We're in southeast Pennsylvania on the mighty Schuylkill River. We got cut bait on, we got chicken liver on, we got live sunfish on, and still can't get a bite. One of those days. I thought it'd be better today with the weather we got coming in today. Later on, rain and stuff. I thought we'd be seeing some action this morning, but I was wrong. But anyway, you folks, that are here, please chat amongst yourselves for a little bit. I have got to go. What do they say? The saying is, "See a man about a horse," if you know what I mean. I'll be back in a minute or two. If I get a bite, run over there and grab the pole. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Thanks for waiting. Anything exciting happen? Did I get a bite? Did I get a fish? Anybody come and go? Oh boy. Uh, Will Griffith. Yeah, I was hoping for flatheads, but now I'm hoping for any damn thing. I'll take a turtle if that's all I can get. No, I only get the Rick. I only have one pie. That's my snack when I'm fishing. Is one tasty cake apple pie. I don't bring enough to share. Joe Greenwood. Nope. You just got back. Now we're having a great chat, a great bunch of people here, but the fish are not cooperating for me. There's one other guy up from me just a little bit. He got one channel cat a while ago, but other than that, nothing else. It's just been. Oh, wait, there was a bite on the middle rod. That's got the liver on it. Kind of looks like a turtle bite, but stand by, folks. It could happen. That middle rod's got a chunk of liver and a chunk of chicken on it. And it looked like a turtle just took a stab at it. You know, those turtles will, yeah. Do you believe the barometric pressure? Oh, absolutely, Catherine. The barometer has a lot to do with fishing, no matter, and I think no matter what type of fishing, I think it probably affects bass. I don't know about salmon. I'm not too familiar with them, but I know it affects bass. But yeah, the barometer is a big factor. I like to fish when the barometer is going down. When it's coming up, not so great. Yeah, I would imagine it's more so with the trout and the salmon, and definitely with bass. But I think a dropping or falling barometer is definitely when one of the better times to fish. And of course, that usually means there's a storm front coming in, and that's absolutely a good time to fish. Just like it is today. See how good it is today? We got a storm coming in. The barometers, I haven't looked at it, but it's probably dropping. And the fish are going crazy, aren't they? I don't know too much about the salmon and steelhead fishing and stuff like that, although I did a little bit of it up in New York State years ago. Got a big king salmon, got a nice 14-pound steelhead that I have mounted. One of the few fish in my life that I ever mounted. But I haven't been, only done that 2 or 3 times. And I don't do any trout fishing around here. That's for the other crazy people that want to get doing that. Come on, fish. Yeah, I didn't check the barometer today, but if I had to guess, I would guess it's either steady or falling. I basically fish whenever I can, regardless of what's going up or down or whatever. But like I say, the falling barometer is always preferred. It affects the fish, it affects the animals, everything relates to it. Come on, fish. And Catherine, just so you know, I usually, if you're subscribed to my channel, I usually try to put out a notice the day before I'm going live. I usually put out a little notice that I'm going to go live. Once in a while, I'll jump in unexpectedly or unannounced, but most of the time, I put out the notice a day before. So keep an eye on things, and you'll get notified when I go on next. I try to go on twice a week, sometimes more, but I do try to do twice a week. No particular day. It's just whatever day I feel like doing it. I don't have an actual like schedule. A couple other people that Catherine, just so you know, a couple other people that fish in the same area here. One of the good ones is Any Fin is Possible. The guy's name is Bob. He has a great channel, very educational type, but he can be fishing the river one day and be down the shore in the ocean the next day. He'll fish for trout, he'll fish for carp, he fishes for everything. Uh, Very good channel. Check him out. That's Any Fin is Possible, and he goes live almost every day. Let's see. Another one is I'll be careful with this. Fishing with Steve. I don't see him too much more, but he had been on here quite a bit. Fishing with Steve is when you put that in, it's the word fishing without the G on the end. I haven't seen him too much, but he had been on quite a bit earlier. Let's see. Another one would be Scooter. I'm talking about people that fish locally where I'm at. Scooter will come on once in a while, fish for catfish and carp. Skeeter isn't right here in this local area, but he's not too far away. He's got a crazy channel. He's a great guy. Um, Probably just the opposite of what I am, but he's funny. He's a great guy, and he does a lot of fishing too. That's Skeeter. I don't know if he's on here, but if he's on here, he could put his link up. A lot of times he is hanging out. Insomnia, so Eastern contact is perfect. Okay, well, that'll work for you then. I don't know if it's fishing with Skeeter or what it is, but I think you'll find it. He's like I say, he's the total he's the total opposite of what I am. But you gotta get used to him. It might take you two or three times watching him to get used to him. But he's a pretty funny guy. He's a good guy. Any Fin is Possible is great. He might be on live now. He usually goes live in the morning. You go over to his channel, tell him I said hi. His name is Bob. Tell him I sent you. Ooh, look at this first rod moving all over the place. Mm. Trying to think of the other. We got Skeeter, we got Scooter, we got Anything Is Possible, Fishing with Steve. And again, they're all people that are right around here, fish a lot of the same water I do. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Oh, at nighttime, every Wednesday night at midnight, a guy named Ed Evans. Let me think of his channel. It's called After Midnight with Ed Evans. And he'll fish from his boat on the river right here from midnight till about 4 o'clock in the morning. And he'll fish for flatheads. And he's a good guy too if you can stay up that late. It's midnight Wednesday nights. So let's see, that would be like 9 o'clock in the evening for you over there, Catherine. He's a good guy too. I've been out on his boat with him. Matter of fact, that's where I was when I caught the my PB flathead, 31 pound, 5 ounces. I was with him on his boat. He was just upstream here on the other side of the bridge. Come on, fish. Let's catch a fish here. 8:30. Been on almost 3 hours now. If I don't catch a fish, I'm going to be probably shutting down about 9 o'clock. So we got about another half hour of whatever here. Oh my God, who just came in and said hi? VJ Joe. Hello to you. Any folks that came in recently, I'll just let you know I am in southeast Pennsylvania. Of course, in the United States, I'm on the Schuylkill River and about 20 miles upstream or so from Philadelphia. And I'm fishing for flathead catfish or channel catfish or whatever I can. There's a bite on the middle rod that's got chicken liver on it, but I do think it's a turtle because that's just the way the turtles kind of bite. They just yank on the bait. But you never know. Never know until you get the hook in them. Come on, fishy, fishy, fishy. Come on, fishy. Come on, fish. Come on, fish, and do your thing. Getting out of hand here. I always feel like I cheated you folks if I don't catch a fish. And Catherine, if you go on and look for Any Fin Is Possible, he'll be fishing. A lot of times he's fishing with his son, his younger son, and that his kid really knows what's going on. He a really good fisher person. They call him Little Fin. I don't know where he's fishing today, but I would bet that he's live right now. Come on, fish. It's my turn to catch a fish. Come on. Cut bait, chicken liver, and live sunfish. Can't get a bite. Let's see. I'm seeing the younger. I'm seeing the young people get involved. Well, I'm not one of the younger people, but I understand what you're saying. I'm definitely not one of the younger folks. I've found quite a few channels that are pretty much the younger kids doing something, but it's kind of rare. But Bob will be out with his son quite a bit, especially in the summer when school's out. And they're doing, you never know what they're going to be doing. Every day it's something different. It's not just catfishing all the time. You just never know. On Fridays, his special day on Friday is he's fly fishing. So it's called Fly Fishing Friday on his channel. And he can be fishing a small stream for just sunfish, or he can be fishing a lake for bass and whatever. So you never know. Yeah, Dan, it's pretty nice. There's no wind yet. We're supposed to get some nasty weather later this afternoon. Yeah, I'm up there too, Catherine. Little bit longer, but same situation. Let's see. You're out there, buddy. Stripers. We have not in this section of the river. If you get down near the Philadelphia area, down closer to the Delaware River, you will get stripers in there once in a while. But up in this section of the river now, this is mainly catfish and carp. Some bass fishing up this way. About a half a mile or so downstream, there is a dam. That's why it's so calm up here. There's a little bit of current, but not much. But if you get below the dam, then you get into where the water's moving pretty good, which is typical. Let's see, who just said hello? Rage Notice says hello. Hello to you, whoever you are. That bridge looks like, yeah, the bridge, there's that bridge That's basically a highway there that goes across, and then up from that there's a railroad bridge. So they're both good spots for fishing, but you need a boat to get to them. You know, you get anchor and fish them that way, which a lot of people do. ANG Outdoors, what's happening? Good to see you. Can I have mods? No, you can't. I got to see you more than 2 seconds to give you a mod. What do you want a mod for? After I get to know you a little bit and see what you're all about, then I might give somebody a mod, but I don't just do it for the heck of it. You've never been. What do you want to be one for? What would be your main reason for wanting to be a mod? Answer me that question. You don't know. Okay, well, uh, you don't have to be a mod to be part of this chat. It's a good chat. It's a bunch of good people. You know, you don't have to be. You don't have to be a mod. And the main thing about being a mod, I'm pretty sure, if once you do get designated, you can hop around to the other people's channel and check them out and stuff. But I don't hand them out like chiclets. But thanks for asking. But if I see you quite a bit more, maybe we'll get around to it. Do you have your own uh, Rage Notice? Do you have your own YouTube channel? And if you do, what do you do on it? And also, how old are you? You do, but you don't post. That's okay. You don't have to. You're 10. Okay. Well, I do appreciate you coming in to check things out here. I'm in southeast Pennsylvania. I'm on the Schuylkill River. I'm an old guy, but we have a lot of fun here. And once in a while, I do catch fish. Right now, we're fishing for flathead catfish or channel cats. Why it say that? What's that? Actually, some responsibility with being a mod. Yeah, that's right, Catherine. Some responsibility. Not exactly for everybody. You haven't got a fish this year? Well, you got to get out a little bit more. Let's see, who just came in here? I can't see the name. The screen's real dark. I can't see who just said good morning. Who is that? Oh, Anthony. Anthony Serrano. There's another good person that comes in on a regular basis. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Well, if you want to catch fish, you got to get out there. Where are you from, Rage Notice? Where do you live? What state? Yeah, USA. That don't tell me much. What state are you in? You don't know which state you're in? Oh boy. No content on the channel. Yeah, I know, but he's 10 years old. He doesn't know which state he's in. Oh, brother. Guess you better go ask mom or dad which state you're in. Not that it really matters, but it's kind of, I like to know where everybody's from. North, oh good. That narrows it down about half of the states. Let's see, is it real cold in the winter? Is it, what big city are you near? Ah, never mind. We don't got to go any farther with this. Never mind. Yeah, it's summer all over the United States. You don't know which state you're in. Whew, boy, that's something that you ought to know by now if you're 10 years old, but well, never mind. End of conversation. Strike one. And again, as I run my channel when I'm right with the chat here, I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt when they start getting goofy. I go by a strike one, strike two, strike three, and you're out type of thing. But for the mods that are on here, if I'm away from the channel, dealing with a fish or something else, and we get somebody crazy on here, don't hesitate to use your powers. You usually have 3 poles. Yeah, Catherine, I do. In Pennsylvania, we are allowed to fish with 3 rods, so I figure that triples my chances of catching a fish. And sometimes you get two or three going at once on the good days. But yeah, I always use 3. Your PB is 30-20. You don't know. I don't know what the heck you're talking about. Strike one. PB catfish. Let's see. PB flathead is 31 pound 5 ounces. Want to see a picture of that? Want to see a picture? All right, I'll show you a picture. I'll show you my PB flathead. Let me find him. Hang on, I'll find him. He's around here someplace. That's not him, but wait a minute, I'll find. It's hard to see my. Oh, here he is. There's my 31 pound 5 ounce flathead. So that's a pretty nice one. Channel Cat's PB is probably about, I think, 12, 13 pounds. I'm not sure. But that flathead, it was last year I was out on the boat with Ed Evans. And we were fishing all night, and I got that one. And Catherine, if you go to those other channels I was mentioning before, make sure you tell them that I yeah, what did I do? Make sure you tell them that I advise you to go check them out. Come on, fish. It's almost 9 o'clock, folks. I'm going to shut down at 9 o'clock, so I'll give you like a 10-minute warning here. I just, I don't think it's going to happen today. Now Bob's live. Good. What's he doing today? What's Bob doing? Where's he fishing at? And again, Bob is any fin is possible. And Catherine, when I shut down here in a few minutes, you can check his channel out. Tell him I said hi. I think you'll enjoy his content as well. Yeah, I don't know where he is. He could be upstream from here. I know he's got a special spot that he likes upstream, up near the bridge. Uh, Hard to say where he is. I know he's going down the shore next week. You might definitely want to catch him doing that. He's taking Fishing with Steve is going to be with him, and also Skeeter is going to be with him. They're going down the shore next week for a day, fishing for whatever they fish for. Rick Stewart, what was his channel? Bob's channel is any fin is possible. Any fin is possible. He goes live almost every weekday. Got a good channel. There you go. Tell him I sent you. Tell him I told you about his channel and go check him out. He does the same for me. He'll notify people of my channel. Actually, he's the one that got me doing the live stuff last year. He got me into it. He does a lot of members only. So if you do hook up with his channel and you get to like it, you can join. I think it's like 99 cents a month or something to join. You can do that with my channel too, but you definitely don't have to. I don't ever do a members only stuff, so mine's always open to the public, at least for now anyway. All right, we got a few more minutes to go here. Yeah, Bob fishes almost every weekday live. Just once in a while he'll skip a day or take a break, but 9 times out of 10 he's on every weekday. And in the summer he can be on the hotter days he might come on earlier in the morning. But most of the time from around, I'll say 8 o'clock to maybe 11, sometimes 9 to 12, but usually 3 or 4 hours. I'm gonna check his channel out. Okay, make sure he knows I sent you. Tell him I said hi. Tell him I sent you over. Anthony, you got to go. Okay. Morning routine's important. Whatever it is, go do it. Thanks for coming in, Anthony. Always good to see you. That's about ready to shut down here. What do I got? A couple more minutes, 5 more minutes. And then as soon as I shut down, I'll catch a fish, which is usually the way it goes. Thanks for making use of my, what do you call them? Not mojos. Sometimes I can't think of my own name. Had to back out for a few. Anything happening? No, no nothing's happening. Just a good friendly chat. That's all that's happening. Other than that, I put cut bait on. I put chicken liver on. I still got live sunfish on. And still can't get a hit. So you didn't miss nothing. But thanks for coming back in. Who's this? Oh, Spuds. You're coming in on the tail end of this one. I'm about ready to shut down. Another minute or two, I'm going to be out of here. Uh, no fish today. It's been, the fishing has been very, very slow the last few weeks. I think the best thing I could do was catching a carp a week or so ago at one of the lakes. A carp and a big snapping turtle. Other than that, I haven't had a flathead on my line for quite a while. So anyway, I'm going to take this opportunity to wish you all a good day and hope to see you next time. I will put out a notice as to when I'm going live, and it'll probably be this coming week. Don't know what day, depending on the weather. But I do put out a notice the day before. So make sure you subscribe so you get notified. Hope to see everybody again. Always welcoming the new people. I appreciate the regulars coming in. And go check out any Finn as possible. He's live right now. Tell him I said hi. See y'all later. Have a good day. Stay safe. And if you go fishing, I hope you have better luck than I did.